Husma al-Baz. Just after the start of the Horseman series, he asked and got the President's permission to write a series of articles condemning Arab anti-Semitism. Why did you feel it necessary to write those articles?
Because I felt that the Arab-Israeli dispute caused a certain distortion in the minds of many people, both Arabs and Israelis, about each other. And because the Arabs were innocent about what happened to the Jewish people in Europe, about the Nazi policies, about the Holocaust, I thought it was my duty to inform our people that that we should not have borrowed that chapter, that leaf from the European history, because we had nothing to do with it. That was alien to our culture, alien to our history and heritage, and for us to come, accept it, adopt it as if it is our own is despicable, because it will portray the negative image that our dispute with Israel is driven basically by some certain degree of anti-Semitism.
Thinking about it seems to me that the Egyptian government is now making a very big effort to sort of row back from the substantial amount of anti-Semitism contained within the Egyptian press. When somebody as authoritative and as central as Osama al-Baz writes significant articles and gives significant interviews worrying about what's happening and suggesting that actually people be more rational, discuss these things in a more proper and thoughtful way, I think it's a recognition, I think it must be a recognition actually, of the harm that's done to the Egyptian and the Arab cause in the West by its association with such overt anti-Semitism. But Arab governments have turned one face towards us and another to the Arab street, where opinion fed with articles and cartoons is less sophisticated. Much less sophisticated. Outside the ministries, the protocols are widely available. Holocaust denial is common, and even the blood libel lives on. Now there's a new film planned to succeed Horseman Without a Horse. It's linked to the story in this book, The Martyrs of Zion, by, as it happens, the Syrian Defense Minister Mustafa Tlass. The book is a repetition of the notorious Damascus blood libel of 1840. In that year, Jews, including a David Hariri, were charged with murdering a kindly Christian priest, Father Toma, and mixing his blood with the Passover biscuits, or matzahs. But the film's producer, Munir Radi, says his version is different. It's about harmony between religions, and it will be Egypt's answer to Schindler's List.
اللي أنا عايز أقوله إنه قائمة شندلر إنه الدعاية الصهيونية قامت بعمله أو جهة ما قامت بعمله. أنا بقول إن أنا في سبيل عمل فيلم عن الفلسطينيين وسميته قائمة هراري. ما المقصود بقائمة هراري؟ قائمة هراري هو عبارة عن في سنة 1840 في المدينة القديمة في دمشق. هم انجليز مش كده؟
As he told his story, it dawned on me what Radi was saying. While he claimed his film was nothing to do with the disgusting Damascus blood libel, it shared the same characters, the same wicked Jew Hariri who murders the same innocent priest. But his story had mutated into a piece of pseudo-history.
وفجأة ظهر الهراري هو الرجل الصهيوني العنصري اللي بدأ يجمع اليهود الموجودين في دمشق القديمة ورحلهم إلى فلسطين، أرض فلسطين. أنا بقول إنه إن في هذه الفترة هي كانت بداية التفكير في الدولة الإسرائيلية. بداية التفكير، يعني الخطوة أو الخلية الأولى لتكوين الدولة الإسرائيلية في فلسطين من هذا المكان.
Radi's story is the blood libel, but he's exchanged the Jews who kill for blood with the Zionists who kill for Palestine. Actually, there were no Zionists in 1840. Even so, I question whether this is the same kind of murderous racism that fueled European anti-Semitism. In the Middle East, I found a confused hatred for Jews that was usually linked to the battle over Palestine. And in Tel Aviv, I found an echo to my questions. At the university, Esther Wedman showed me some of their Nazi memorabilia. Some of the same anti-Semitic imagery is now evident in the Arab world. But does it mean the same? When I put this to Esther, I get a surprising answer.
I constantly debate with myself whether this Islamic or Arab anti-Semitism is really racist or is driven by racism, and I'm still debating with myself because I see it mainly on political grounds. But when they talk about the protocols or they use even the blood libel, or they even compare Zionism with Nazism, I am not absolutely sure that every or each one of those who use that fully understand the connotation and the context of the terms. And that's why I have my own debate, and I'm trying all the time to assess whether it is anti-Semitic in the way anti-Semitism is known in the West, or it is a different kind of anti-Semitism.
Esther's is an honest ambivalence, and it suggests both hope and fear. Hope in that the message of the Prophet is not inevitably anti-Semitic. When Islam offered a place to Jews in Arab lands, Christians were slaughtering or expelling them. Were the Palestinian issue to be resolved, then the present hatred might die away. Fear because it may already have gone too far, filling young minds with the idea that there can be no peace with those people. Anti-Semitism alienates young, secular Israelis and drives young Muslims to this: a suicide bomb in a beach cafe that leaves a French waitress and a Muslim boy from Hounslow dead.
عندك كم سنة؟ 3 سنين. أنت مسلمة؟
These are the words of Basmala, aged 3 1/2.
تعرفي اليهود؟ بتحبيهم؟ لا ما بتحبيهمش ليه؟ عشان هم إيه؟
سأجعل من جسدي قنبلة أفجر بها أجساد الصهاينة من أبناء القردة والخنازير.
And these are the words of Hamas suicide bomber Mahmoud Mamash, aged 21. Terrible words from a terrible old hatred.
Tell us what you think about this or any other program on any television channel by logging on to channel4.com/thinktv.